With Falcon Hockey Coach Joe Cranston. And Joe, the Falcons played their final 2 games of the regular season last weekend at Marian College. Came out with a 3-2 and 10-0 wins. Could you tell us a little bit more about those 2 games?
Both games were kind of similar in that we dominated both those games. The first game was just one of the craziest games I think I've ever been involved with. And I think we had at least 7 pipes in that game. It was just one of those games where we got frustrated, but I think the shots were like 74-12, and they got a couple right at the end, and kind of made a little bit of a game out of it there. But their team never gave up, and that was a neat thing to see for them, because their season is over now. In the second game, we came in and we worked the puck a little bit better to the net. In either one of those games, we weren't really shooting a lot. Even though we had a lot of shots, we were really working the puck to the net. We had a lot of nice plays on that second day, and to get the 10-0 win on that day. And we just have to keep doing that. We got to get our head up in the offensive zone and make plays, and not just be shooting from the perimeter. So it was, I think it was, at least we learned something down there, hopefully, that we could take into this upcoming week.
Joe, forward Jessica Thompson was named the team's player of the week after she scored the hat trick and had an assist in Saturday's game. Could you talk about Jessica's play a little bit?
Just working hard again, and she had some nice plays. Katie Flanagan set her up on that third goal, just a beautiful play. And it's like I've said before, we switched up all the lines, and a couple weeks ago, and really there's only a couple people playing with anybody that they played with all year, and then that line with Sunderman and Jessica Thompson and Flanagan, they really stepped it up. But JT just buried a few pucks and did a good job.
Joe, looking ahead, the Falcons are now 16-3-6 overall, and ranked 6th in this week's US.collegehockey.com poll. They start their second season this weekend, hosting a first-round NCHA playoff series here at Hunt Arena. Eau Claire's coming into town Friday at 7:05, Saturday at 2:05. Earlier this year, in mid-January, the teams played the 2 overtime games. And what do you know about the Blue Goals?
Well, we just know that we kind of have to set the pace this weekend, and we did that last time we played them, and we really controlled both of those games and got into a little penalty trouble, and some unfortunate things happened where we had to tie those games. But traditionally, they play us tough. They always have. Even back in the day when we made it to the Frozen Four in 2003, we had a couple ties with them, and when it came playoff time, we took care of business. And we have traditionally done that. We just don't want to get into one of those games. Sometimes we can play a game against Eau Claire, and the shots can be 10-11. We can win 1-0, and the game will go down in the history books as the fastest game ever played. I think we had one of those once, but the deal with us is we just have to play our game. We have to use the ice, because they can frustrate you, and they're all over the puck. So we got to really use the ice laterally and just keep our feet moving in the offensive zone. I think if we do those things and just roll 4 lines and keep a high, intense, fast game up, I just don't think I think that'll be a big advantage for us.
Joe, good luck to the Falcons this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.